It's week 3 of the National Football League, and if it's in the game, it's in the game. The action is only moments away, and it's coming up next.
This is the NFL on EA Sports, and we are thrilled to once again return to the gateway to the West, the proud city of St. Louis, Missouri. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, you take a look at our home side as we enter play here. It's an early test here after 2 losses to start the season, and a game they probably really need.
Obviously, no way do they want to get to 0-3. Not many teams make the playoffs with that kind of a start.
Meanwhile, for our visitors from north of the border, an early season tilt. And when it's an early season tilt, should be ready to roll.
Well, let's face it, the aches and pains haven't really set in yet, and both teams eyeing a really...
Two weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And a look at the man under center, now in his 8th season in the National Football League.
And I saw that he had an interesting quote in the research packet that we had after last week's game. It's all on me now. I've got to lead my team and find a way for us to win a game. 0-2, but they're at home. I guess he's going to try and find a way to get the home crowd involved early.
Throwing right, and that's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A good start offensively. 15 yards on the game's initial play. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Well, this city, St. Louis, so heartbroken when the Rams left for L.A. following the 2015 season. But they believe they get a chance to get a team back here someday, and now today's the day. An NFL relocation team back here in St. Louis, and this fan base ecstatic, and they have welcomed them with open arms.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
They'll look to throw again. Throw complete right side to Cooks. The numbers for Cooks in that game last week, 6 catches, 53 yards.
And that was a nice job there pulling that one in. Now, this is an offense that will certainly spread the ball around a bit, and this is a guy the defenses had better focus on.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. Now a handoff up the middle. Baker. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage to the 35.
They had yet to run the ball at all on this drive, but 3rd and short definitely was a great time to dial one up.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. And they'll come up 2nd and 7. Back to throw. Griffith. And that's complete to Cooks. Call it a gain of 3 on the play. And now we've got a 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. From the gun on 3rd down. Griffith. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
Well, no one likes to see that drop, but I'll guarantee it's not going to stop his quarterback from going back to him anytime he has open space.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And the opening drive of the game yields 3. No touchdown there, but if that first drive is any indication, looks like they're going to have a pretty good day passing the football.
I would say confidence would have to be pretty high after that first drive, able to throw it almost at will. You're exactly right. They didn't get the touchdown, but 3 points serves as a nice notice about how this offense is going to move.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And a look here at the veteran under center, their 7th-year quarterback.
And frankly, this is the type of game that a great quarterback relishes because 0-2 on the road, everything's against him and his team. No one can expect them to win. Sometimes you band together real tight in that situation, and if he plays really well, they've got a chance to get that done.
And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. The numbers for him from a week ago, 21 carries, 79 yards.
And we all know he had a big workload last week, so I'm eager to see if they decide to back him off a little bit. Personally, I hand it to him 20-plus times again. When a running back's locked in like he is, I want him to keep touching the football.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Consecutive runs of 6 yards gives him a 1st and 10.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
They go play action here on 1st down. And that nearly intercepted on his very first throw of the game. Fortunate there, it's 2nd down. Operating from the gun, Landry. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11, counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. 2nd and 11. On the throw, let him too much that time. It's incomplete. Look at this defense. It's quite a unit. Number 1 in the NFL against the pass.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, it'd easily move into the top 5.
27 yards there on a very nice 3rd down conversion.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he is going to lose yardage here. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss, and now it's 3rd down.
Well, that was not what you would call straight line pursuit for a middle linebacker to make this play. He's got to work his way through the clutter to get to the ball carrier on the outside, and he does exactly that. That's called avoiding the trash.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. That's good for a 1st down, his 2nd catch of the opening drive.
A field goal helps, but a touchdown gets you the lead. That had to be the message transmitted in the huddle. And they delivered there as that throw is going to keep the drive alive. And even better than that, set them up with a 1st and goal.
Operating from the gun, Landry. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. Looking to throw, Landry. This will be caught at about the 5. 5 yards that time on the completion, and now it's 3rd and goal.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped to have a guy who can turn it loose, and boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave him with a 4th and goal. This is a long drive. Offensively, wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Doesn't it feel like during a ball game you have certain narratives going on and there's certain drives that seem to take on just a bit more importance than others? This feels like one of those, doesn't it? To me, 3 points here, a major letdown. This is the time to go and put 6 on the board.
So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. You look at this defense, and they're going to be tough to throw on, no doubt. Currently ranked 3rd in the NFL against the pass.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
And some space here. And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Up the middle they go. It's Baker, and he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 39-yard line.
They'll keep it on the ground. Baker. On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. 11 yards there, 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Back to throw. Griffith. That's complete to his rookie 2nd-round pick. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
At the 23-yard line.
Looking to throw. Griffith firing quickly here, and that's complete. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And now 2 yards to go on 3rd down.
3rd and 2.
3-3, a tight one after 1 on EA Sports. St. Louis football here to begin quarter number 2. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Baker, and he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a 1st down. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. And his throw's going to be incomplete. They're 2 for 2 on 3rd down conversions on this drive. This one tough. They need 9 yards on 3rd down. Throw left side complete. That's Fletcher. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
Back to throw. Griffith. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
Now the extra point. And it is up. And it's good. That'll make our score 10-3 now. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Landry caught by Woods. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. 2 yards to go, 2nd down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. From the gun on 3rd down. Landry, that is caught. And he's got the 1st down as he's up to the 45-yard line. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. Hands it off out of the gun. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 8. Looking to throw. Landry. Throw left side, complete to Scott. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. His first catch, good for 16 and a 1st.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. From the gun, they'll try to run it. Down at the 35, it'll be 2nd down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's able to pick up the 1st before he's taken down at the 27.
We ought to come up with a T-shirt and sell it that says, no indecision on 3rd and 1. And we didn't see it on that run, did we? Got his shoulders square, just got right into the line of scrimmage and picked it up.
Absolutely. Picked his lane, went with it, and converted. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10. In motion right, one of the tight ends. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Over the middle, that's caught by Woods. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. That one good for 7 as this long drive continues and the chains move again. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Brings up second and 5 at the 6-yard line.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Buying time to his left. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's third down.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half.
And it's caught. Touchdown. From 4 yards out. And his guys are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
The call is to go for one and kick the extra point. And he'll put it through, and that evens us up at 10 apiece. That one was an extended drive. 14 plays all told. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now. But this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Starting to rack up the yardage here in this first half. 5 catches now and a first down.
Had to put that ball in there with a little extra zip, but he put it right where it needed to be.
Yeah, and that little extra pace that he had on the pass, that required a little extra concentration for him, didn't it? Ball can get on you pretty quick in that manner, and he handled it well and picked up the first down.
Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to get this inside the 30. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain.
First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
The slot man in motion right.
Here's a fake on the jet sweep, and instead a give up the middle.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
So from the 17 now, here's a first and 10.
Back to throw. Griffith. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left.
Second and inches at the 7-yard line.
Looking to throw. Griffith. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up third. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Out of the gun now on third down. And that is incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up fourth down here.
And his kick is good. And they will take the lead at 13-10.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
This offense back to work now late in this first half. A slim deficit here in a one-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3 and take some momentum into the locker room.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
Throwing to start the drive. Landry. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it. And he's going to bring the fumble back for a touchdown. Huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
Now the extra point try forthcoming. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Flush to his right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. And it's fielded at the 34. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks. And welcome in everybody to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Time for a look around the NFL here in Week 3 of the new year. We'll get started out in the Sooner State of Oklahoma, where you see the final score there. 24-16 was how that one finished. Next, we head off to check out another game. And as you see, they were winners earlier this afternoon. 24-10 was your final.
A no break needed. Let's get back to it. Week 3, here we go with quarter 3. So this a 2-possession ball game as we get back underway, set for the 3rd quarter. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return. And this offense ready to go to begin this 3rd quarter. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
Second down at 6 now from the 42. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 12 yards there and a first down.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Right back to him on first down. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. 44 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's got some space here. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So not quite a first and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. They'll bring the tight end in motion right here. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Now 2nd and 5. And here's a handoff out of the gun. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. He's still in search of his first rushing touchdown of the year, but not on that play.
I just wonder if he has some frustration starting to build a little bit because he hasn't gotten into the end zone. Has to just stay calm.
And he's going to lose a yard or 2. Taken down behind the line. A nightmare on 3rd and goal. He's sacked, and multiple players broke through the line to get him. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And in his 15th season, he's able to get this one to go. And that will tighten this one up a bit. Now a one-score game at 20-13. So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they're able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold them. Let's get the ball back for us.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the 2nd half. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
Nice chunk of yards on first down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on 2nd. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
Pushing through the contact. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. Ball spotted at the 45. Here's a 2nd and 7. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Cooks on the quick slant. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. Back to throw. Griffith. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Operating from the gun. Griffith. He gets it to Cooks. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
And there wasn't much room for the big tight end to do much after the catch. But at least he was able to pick up a solid gain to help his offense continue to move in the right direction.
That's complete to Baker. And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there. 4th and 3.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the 2nd half.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30. They're able to keep the drive alive. 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. Back to throw again. He'll get this to Baker. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
The key to any screenplay is all in the deception. That means everyone on the offensive side of the ball, but someone gave it up because that one wasn't very well concealed. And the defense able to rally to him and hold him for just a short gain.
They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
Off play action. Griffith. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. That good for 6 as they keep this drive right on rolling.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Operating from the gun.
Griffith.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 9-yard line.
Looking to throw.
Griffith. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
I think you put just a little bit too much heat on that one. When you throw it to the outside, you do have to be careful because you got to keep it away from the defender, but you also have to give your own guy a chance too.
And he wisely will throw that one away.
The frustration evident there because he couldn't find anyone on 3rd down, and he left no doubt that he was throwing that one away.
And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
The visitors' offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And as you take a look at the numbers, you have to imagine he was the topic of the halftime talk for this defense. We've got to find a way to slow him down. That's probably what they're saying. But nothing that they have done has worked so far.
Throwing to start the drive. Landry. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down.
And this is what they're going to need more of. It's the 3rd quarter. You're trailing. You've got to come out with a renewed sense of purpose. And that's a nice way to kick off the drive with good yardage and a 1st down.
Quick throw, that's complete on the inside slant. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 16 yards, a 1st down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage, and here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
And they'll get him down right around the 16. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports as we are set to bring you the home stretch here, the 4th quarter. And they'll keep leaning on the running game, back to the ground. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line. This will be the 8th play of the drive here, 3rd and 4. In motion goes the tight end. Off the play fake. Landry, this is caught. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They're able to
to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Oh, nice job there putting the ball right in the doorstep of the goal line. Couldn't quite get in to pay dirt, but he got awfully close. Let's see if they can cash it in over the next couple of plays.
They'll try to run this one in, and he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there. His first rushing touchdown on the year. And his guys have made this a one-score game now.
The kicker on
Well, he finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 downs, stay on the field, run it, and catch it, and he gets it done.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. That last touchdown has made this really tight. They're clinging now to this slim lead. Second half, they only have a field goal. This offense needs to kick it into gear.
And right now, I'm looking directly at the field general, at the quarterback, because to me, he's got to take over right now. By word, pumping his team up, and then, of course, by deed with his play. My school coach used to say that all the time. Laddie, take over by word and deed.
And deed means action.
Exactly.
They'll roll him out right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down.
One of the league's best linebackers, he ended that play almost before it began. And the running back, absolutely overmatched no matter what he tried to do.
The offense on 3rd down, they're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Steps away to his left. And he'll get this only to about the 38 as they stop him a few yards shy of the line to gain. It'll be a gain of 9, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. And they'll send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. This is taken at the 18. It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Toronto's offense ready to take over. And you sense the tide turning. They scored, then their defense forced the punt, and now a chance to ultimately take the lead here late. Throwing to start the drive. Landry. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Calling a gain of 3 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. The tight end in motion right. Here's a 2nd and 7. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the 4th quarter, picking up the 1st.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
In motion, the tight end. Hands it off out of the gun. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Landry. A short throw pulled in by Woods. And he's brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4.
A short gain that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And did he put that on a dime? He did. Wow, out of bounds at the 1-yard line. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Now, the previous drive they punted, but that was just the first time they've had to do so in this game.
And when they turn on the game film, the coaches will rant about this, right? They'll say, oh, God, we got to move the ball, guys. We can't punt the ball away. But they have to keep smiles off there.
Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. Well, I think you can go ahead and give your punter an assist on that one. Pinned him deep, and the defense comes through with 2 points.
You're exactly right, partner. This was all set up by a great punt. And if the ball goes in the end zone, this never happens. So great call. Give the punt team and the punter some love.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 40. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. From the 43, here's 2nd down and 7. Back to throw. Landry. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Love. Now he's loose down the left sideline. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A big play there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And his guys have taken the lead here in the 4th.
Did you see them hold up 4 fingers to the start of the 4th quarter?
They were ready.
They were definitely ready. They may or may not have done that, but they certainly have played that way. The 4th quarter has belonged to them, and now the lead belongs to them as well.
They'll look to throw. Flushed, and he's going to go down. Can't get rid of it. So a sack on a 2-point try. So tried to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
Yeah, got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, you're trying to throw quick hitters, quick slants, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Up the middle they go. It's Baker. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. It'll only be a loss of a couple, but the pressure gets home on 1st down. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. Now a give right side. Baker. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a 3rd and about 7 left. So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Complete. Richardson has it. Oh, and now some space to operate. And I don't think he got there. No. He's short by maybe a foot. Maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
And that doesn't have to gain big yardage to be an impactful play, because if you can get those pass rushers second-guessing themselves, that they might get hit with a screen, maybe you can wind up slowing them down just a step. And if you do that, that's a win for that play.
They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that. But by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
We spent a lot of time talking about what's going on the field. How about off the field with the evaluation? And they spent a lot of time saying, we've got to get a rookie in here who has big playability. And that's exactly what we're seeing here early in his career.
Drafted him in the spring. Here he is early in the fall making an impact. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Whitaker. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. Now a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line.
They picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down. Brandon, once that one broke down, there were only so many options left for him to take. Fortunately, only 1st down, so he smartly got the yardage he could get and didn't worry about trying to turn it into a bigger play. And
he takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow, wow.
What a game this has been, and what a drive that was, Charles, to take the lead here late in the 4th quarter.
And, partner, that's a job well done by everyone, from the players to the guys calling the plays. And if I may introduce just one downside to the mix, might be a little bit too much time left. Enough on the clock for a final last-ditch effort to try and steal this win away.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And a pretty slick return there. Almost got it to the 45. Officially, they'll call him down at the 44. The visitors' offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And we'll take you through some of the highlights here. You'll notice he had a hand in a lot of them so far. He's got this offense rolling right now. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Back to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Back to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Love. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. They'll look to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. This offense cannot stop the clock now. No timeouts remaining as they come up here 1st down. Caught by Woods. Very sharp here to start this drive, 3 for 3.
Yeah, I like the way he's running this 2-minute drill. Very sharp, very precise in throwing the football. Well, this fan base on the losing side, Charles, they're going to be talking about this one for a while.
They ultimately decided to try to come up with a touchdown on that last play when all they needed was the field goal to force overtime.
Yeah, and the reasoning behind it, that's what we're all waiting to hear, because sometimes there's things that we don't see on the surface. Did the coach feel like, if he tied the game, they couldn't go any farther, they had too many injuries? I'm not sure what was going on there, but I'm with you. I'm stunned they didn't try and kick the field goal there.
So for the home team here, they're into the win column now as they move to 1-2 on the young season. And they will hit the road next week. Meanwhile, for Toronto, the early struggles continue as they'll sink to 0-3. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.